This is Jeff Williford with ASCsports.org, here with the head coach of the 2012 Women's Team Champions, University of Mary Hardin-Baylor Cru, Darla Kirby. Coach Kirby, congratulations, first of all. This is your 9th championship in the ASC, which is obviously amazing. Your second one in a row. Talk about what's going through your mind right now.
Relief. Glad it's over. I think I speak for all of the golfers, men and women out there, that glad this tournament is over, because it was such a difficult track to play, and then with the conditions, and so we're glad it's over, and we're glad that we came out ahead. There were times during the second round that I was a little worried, no doubt, because we were struggling, but typically when you're struggling, the other teams are too, and that's how it ended up, that we all had our issues out there today. But I'm so proud of the girls and how they finished, and I challenged them during the round that we had some struggles going on, if they could step up, and they did. And it was just really impressive for these young ladies to do that.
Well, we mentioned how the championship you've won the last two in the ASC. Talk about, I guess, the difference in this year's team compared to other teams you've coached in the past.
This team, I have 2 sophomores and 3 freshmen, so that in itself is totally different than other teams. We were young last year, but at least I had a senior on there, and that made all the difference because they look to her. These girls, they look to each other. I mean, there's not just one, as Taylor said in her interview, there's just not one player. It's all 5 were strong top to bottom. And even the 2 that didn't get to make the tournament because we could only bring 5, even they're very strong. So we're very strong top to bottom, and they look to each other for leadership, and that makes my job a lot easier.
Yeah, that's good. Before we get going any further, mention your Twitter for all the followers. I know they're going to want to follow you.
DMK4M, and Taylor O'Rear is the reason I'm on Twitter. So she's at Taylor O'Rear, and she would love new followers.
There you go. She's smiling in the background.
Yes, she is.
Was a little disappointed we didn't mention that.
Right.
What's your game plan, I guess, going into Angola, Indiana, where the site of the national championships? Do you have a plan going in? Do you just tell the girls, hey, you got to play good and let's go do it?
I figure the first thing I will do is order some warm gear, because it may be a little bit cooler there than here in Texas. But we're going to take the rest of this week off. They need to catch up on studies. And then next week we'll start again with practice like we have all year, and playing and just tweaking some things in our game. And we did get to play with Methodist and some of the top 15 schools at Jekyll Island's tournament, and didn't play our best there, but we competed well and actually tied Methodist the last day. So we're excited about the opportunity to go and compete with them and hopefully straighten a few things out from this tournament and be ready for nationals.
Well, for all the fans at home that want to follow the Cru and Coach Kirby and Taylor O'Rear, you can go to ASCsports.org. Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it.